Hello and welcome. I went to see The Glass Onion, or is it Glass Onion, last night at the cinema. It was opening night here, and went in with my hometown crowd here in Toronto, and saw it at the Art House Cinema here, the TIFF Bell Lightbox. So went in with a packed house, so it was really great being with a whole bunch of audience members, hearing all the chit-chat and feeling the excitement. It was a full house, so that was exciting. It's always exciting to see a film with an audience. I haven't really been excited to see a film in a while, not since Maverick. That was very exciting. And so, yeah, I was pleasantly surprised to be feeling some sort of excitement to go to a movie again, which I haven't felt since the summer, since Maverick. So I really haven't gone to anything, hence not much to review. But anyway, I'm meandering as usual, as I do. Let's get to the point. So I told my friend I was going to see Glass Onion, the sequel to Knives Out, written and directed by Rian Johnson, which was a smash breakout hit in 2019 and opened here at the Toronto International Film Festival, and that's where the buzz built for this film, and it turned into a huge movie and a big break for Rian Johnson, who had been lambasted after the contentious reception of his Star Wars movie, which saw him being unceremoniously fired, I believe, from the franchise for having Luke drink from a tit of a green tit with milk. I don't know. It was pretty ridiculous, I gotta say. Anyhow, it's funny that he should be remembered for that, but let's put that aside, shall we? Because Knives Out was really a terrific film. It was very entertaining, incredible cast, beautifully shot, just excellently directed and masterfully written. It was just such a fun, great diversion, a wonderful reintroduction of a murder mystery and a whole new IP. There's that special little phrase. Anyway, so again, I am stalling for time. What you're here to find out is whether this movie is worth seeing in a cinema. And I have to say conclusively, yes, without further ado. Yes, it is worth watching in the cinema, as I did last night. And the reason why it is because it's actually a very dense film. It is very heavy on the dialogue. I was actually quite surprised how it really leans into the dialogue. I would say, like, the dialogue is at a real clip here, and it is dense. There is a lot of plot laying, a lot of character work, and also he ups his game plot-wise. So from Knives Out, it's like this is like, exponentially elevated to yet another more intricate level of plotting, more layers. The Onion is definitely a very fitting metaphor for this movie because it is a very layered, peeling away of the layers, and Rian Johnson has really gone to the next level to elevate this movie to make it even more entertaining and even more dense to take apart. I am not a huge murder mystery aficionado, although I love the genre. I've seen the last two, what's his name? Kenneth Branagh. I've seen the last two Kenneth Branagh films where he's taken on Hercule Poirot in the Agatha Christie murder mysteries, and those are wonderful. He does an amazing job with those. So that, especially the last one, that was really going through my mind as I was watching this one, because it's pretty obvious that Daniel Craig's character, Benoit Blanc, is hugely influenced by Hercule Poirot and the Agatha Christie mysteries. I'm sure are the paradigm for Rian Johnson here. So let's get to the skinny. Yes, so it is definitely worth seeing in a cinema, although I think it comes out on Netflix next week or something. But the reason why it is worth seeing in a cinema is because you really need to give it your entire focus and concentration, because it is a very layered, dense film. I sat there wondering whether I would continue to watch this if I were sitting at home with distractions, etc. It really does need a theater to focus on this film because it is very dense and very layered. So I'm repeating myself. I feel like I am anyway. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done, exceptionally crafted. Like I said, the layers are just astounding. I'm really in awe of Rian Johnson's brilliance in plotting this masterful script. And I really did enjoy it. I will say this though, it wasn't quite as much fun as Knives Out. It didn't have, like Knives Out it's a bit of one of those movies that captures lightning in a bottle, as first features often tend to be, that really catch on and find an audience. Like Knives Out, word of mouth, like that stuff is very rare, and it's really tough to bottle that and repeat it. So when sequels come around, I think filmmakers feel the impetus to go big or go home. And well, it's funny, now we just go big and stay home. So we have the best of both worlds. We get to go big and stay home. And so, this Glass Onion, he really outdoes himself here. The first half, I will say, is a bit of a chore. You do have to really lean in and listen and pay attention and kind of give the filmmaker a bit of a longer leash, I think, to build the story up into this incredible murder mystery, which, I will say, the other aspect of all this is, does it pay off? And yes, it absolutely does pay off. All the layers do pay off, and Rian Johnson does fulfill his cinematic raising of the bar with this incredible film. I see that my battery is blinking, so I'm gonna stop here so I don't lose the video, and hopefully there'll be a bit more to say in wrapping up. But yes, definitely worth seeing in the cinema. An incredible upping of his game in the sequel. Everything is on par here. Daniel Craig is fantastic. He's even more theatrical here. Like, he really leans into his roots as a theater actor, and I know he just did Macbeth on Broadway. So he's really using all those chops. He's even more forceful in this film. Although oddly, in the first half, he's kind of a bit of a boob, which kind of struck me as odd, because like everyone's talking about how he's the world's greatest detective, and he's really kind of a bit of a boob. So you're like, what is going on here? But thankfully that does change, and he puts on his intelligence cap for the rest of the film, and it's a very smooth ride from the midpoint on. It really pays off. The production design is out of this world. I mean, it really is insane. So all the money they apparently got for this film, it's definitely all on screen, and it's also in the cast. The production design, the location, everything about it is top notch, and it delivers. I thought it really delivered. I was very satisfied with the ending, and it was a really fun time, and it's a really great movie to see with someone as well. It's very enjoyable, and after it's done, you just want to talk about it. There's so much to unpack and peel away and discuss after the film is finished. So that's another reason to go see it in a cinema, because the energy is there, and you're moving, you're out somewhere, you're going from one place to another, conversations flowing, you're hearing all this chatter, people talking about moments in the movie, and this and that and the other. So yeah, highly recommend seeing in the cinema. I'm going to sign off here. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I hope I give you some value into deciding whether movies are worth watching in the theater, at home, or even just watching. So thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Just what is the consolation prize in this life of love when you never stick around? See, I never gave a damn about this world. Well, anyhow,